Testing, 1, 2. Testing. Snack crackers. Testing. Can you hear me? Asparagus. Okay, just gonna make an adjustment here. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Do you hear me now? Not sure why that would be. Check. Testing the mic, 1, 2. Okay, well, hold on. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Checking the mic. Does everybody hear me okay? Okay, well, I'm not quite sure why it wouldn't be. Okay. This is very strange because some people are saying you can hear me. Okay. Hello. Okay, hello everybody, and welcome. If you can't hear me out there, it could be because you have your computer on mute, or maybe your computer could be unplugged. The other thing is you could be in a room that's not the same one that your computer is in, making it harder to hear. But please, by all means, after you've done everything to troubleshoot, let me know in the chat area here about whether you can hear me or not. I want to say a very special thank you to everybody out there who subscribed. And last time I wasn't very good about thanking people in real time because it was happening kind of quick. But I'm going to try to be better about that today. We have Grush My Cock was last time. There's somebody named, let's see. I'm sorry, I'm still very new to this whole situation, so it's very difficult. There's just so much stuff. It's pretty difficult for me to make any sense out of. Okay, someone named Lady Nori subscribed. That's very nice. And I'm sure there were others here, but I don't have any way to go back and see. No. I know there were a few others, and I'm gonna find them, but I just can't see. Franz Schubert just subscribed. Hildsman gave a gift. Toasted Tats. Mark Leehorn. So Mark Leehorn. Anyway, Alienated Worker. There was something about Nirvana that I saw up there earlier. I just want to express my appreciation. Oh, Oh, Mochi Nirvana. Okay. Well, listen, if you're just joining us right now, what's happening is that we're reading off the names of people who are subscribing. Pilskman, I believe I mentioned. Okay, so today we're going to be doing Francis Schubert. Okay, yeah, I did all of them for now. So here we go. Everybody, I want to thank you for joining us. My name's Henry, and this is Henry's Kitchen. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be making Henry's popular, not famous, but popular onion and tomato flax snacker cracker snacks. And we're going to go ahead and start with the basic ingredients. Just a little bit about this. This recipe came up from when I did when we had the earthquake in 2019. I live in Southern California, and we have a lot of very bad earthquakes, and it's extremely difficult. And as a matter of fact, I have a little bit of footage of my cat roast beef during that time. We're going to take a quick look. Okay, and there's a lot of people subscribing. I really appreciate it, and I'm gonna try to get to everybody. But right now we're gonna do some cooking. This is a recipe that was brought to us by YouTube, and the full name of it is Vegan Onion and Tomato Flax Crackers. Okay. Hold on a second here. Okay. Okay, so the ingredients that we're going to be using here today are some olive oil, some flaxseed, some tomatoes. You can use any kind of seasoning you want. I'm going to be using rosemary leaves or pricks. You can see that they're, some people call them rosemary pricks. I've got some onion here that I'm also going to be doing because it's onion crackers, and we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm sure that the first thing that happens when you hear about somebody making their own crackers, you're saying, well, how the fuck does somebody make crackers? It's usually something that you get out of a bag and, you know, you take it or you have it at like a brunch or something like that. But crackers not only are something that you can make at home, but they're also non-perishable. And in the case of the earthquake, I was looking for foods that were going to be around for long periods of time in case my cat and I were stuck in the house all by ourselves for who knows how many years. We wanted to have a non-perishable item. So when we're done with these crackers, we're going to be able to wrap them up and put them in the cupboard. And these things will last 10,000 years, way longer than the lifetime of yourself or your cat or whoever else it is that you live with. Just know that these are non-perishable, and they also contain many of the food groups. We've got flax, which is going to give us our fiber, and we've got tomato and onion in there, which are vegetables. Tomatoes, it's debatable whether they're fruits or vegetables. They're red, but that's an argument for a different time. And it's also got some olive oil in there, which is going to be your fat content. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Oops. Went to my roast beef cam there for a second. Sorry about that. Okay. And also there's some new emotes here. I like seeing everybody use those. That's pretty fantastic. There's one of me struggling, which was a moment while I was trying to make cloud eggs. And I want to explain that cooking is extremely difficult. It's probably one of the hardest things that you're ever going to have to do. Not just in the house or around the house, but just in life in general. It's worse than being audited by the IRS. It's worse than going through a divorce or losing a loved one. Cooking is a constant struggle, and every day that I wake up, I have a general cloud of anxiety over me, knowing that it's something that I have to do. But in life, there are things that you have to do, and cooking is one of them. So I'm not saying it's fun or that it's easy or that you're gonna like it, but it's something that we have to do. So let's go ahead and do it. All right. So I'm gonna start by clearing the section here, and we're gonna put. By the way, I have my coffee here, black coffee. Sounds like roast beef, just woke up. Okay, we're gonna start, oh, actually no, the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna cut our tomatoes. You know, I had kind of a scary situation once. I came home and I noticed that the door was unlocked, and I didn't remember if I unlocked it or I left it unlocked or not, but I ran back to my kitchen and I saw that there was just, you know, crap all over the place, and none of the appliances were in their correct place. They were all scattered around. Then I went to my room and there was just clothes and underwear everywhere, and it looked like a tomato. It looked like a tornado. Sorry, I'm cutting tomatoes. It looked like a tornado had gone through it. I had papers scattered around the room, collection notices, jury summons, credit card bills, and I got really depressed, and eventually I concluded that nobody had broken in or anything. It's just sort of the way that I was living, and that's when I decided I really needed to clean up my life a little bit. And it wasn't too far after that I started cooking. All right, well, these are looking pretty good. What the hell is this, by the way? It's supposed to be a knife, I think. I have a new set of tools for the kitchen. I've got this. These are very sharp too, so you don't want to. This is definitely a knife, so I'm going to start using this. But we've got these other items here in case we're going to need them. Let's put these aside and let's start. Oh yeah, we're going to put these in a bowl. If you're just joining us here, we're making crackers. And I know that sounds crazy, but they're going to be delicious crackers that are going to last thousands of years. And we're going to put peanut butter on them, and we're going to also be singing some songs a little later, and we're going to be playing some games and doing all kinds of stuff. But right now, unfortunately, we first have to cut our onion. So this is an onion that I had in my fridge. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Now remember, onions will have a tendency to stimulate the lacrimatory response, which is basically crying. I think one of those emotes that we're using happened in a moment of serious lacrimatory response. Boy, this is not easy. I might have to take issue with whoever this was that sold me these tools, because I feel like it was easier for me to cut with my old equipment. Here we go. We're going to dice these up real fine. I see that some people said that I'm doing great, and I really appreciate that. The most difficult thing for me right now is that I want to thank the people that are subscribing, and it's hard sometimes. So there's somebody named Beelzebub who gifted a fresh sub to Sanakit, and I appreciate that. There's all kinds of other stuff going on here, so I really appreciate it. There's a person, Liam Donnelly, says, this week I learned just because I masturbated to that picture of a guy falling to his death on 9/11 doesn't mean I have to share. Okay, so we have a lot of fun stuff going on in the chat area. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday morning. My Sunday morning got off to a pretty rocky start because I had to go to the supermarket to get ingredients for today's dish, and I don't know why I thought they opened at 6 a.m. because why wouldn't a place want to open early for people that wanted to get started? But it didn't open till 10 a.m. so I literally had to wait in front of the supermarket for about 4 hours just to get tomatoes. And then when I came home I realized I had tomatoes already. So, okay, these are not dicing the way that I want to. I'm going to try to use a sharper knife. And I'm sorry if this is, if you're doing this at home, I'm not a proponent of sharp objects in the kitchen in general because I've cut myself so many times, and there's just there's no food out there that's worth cutting yourself except for maybe the tarte tatin. But let's see what else is going on here. Brush My Cock gifted a fresh sub to Weirdo, and someone says that happens to them all the time. And somebody said, can I repeat the dish name? I'm not sure which one you were talking about, or if you're talking to me even. Okay. Somebody named, okay. Brogny Burgundy just subscribed, okay. So thank you for that. And, okay, I think we're done with these onions. It's Me Midnight just subscribed. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Now we are ready. Roast beef is showing up here. Somebody just gifted a sub to roast beef. That's Alienated Worker. Awesome, thank you. Okay, here we go. We're going to put 3 caps of olive oil in here, and we're going to stir it all up. I'm also going to add our seasonings. Now, if you guys were on the Discord, you might have noticed that I said that you could use whatever seasonings that you wanted. And that's definitely true, but I would definitely recommend the rosemary pricks, because they're going to give you that rosemary flavor that you get in the store-bought crackers. So let's just stir these up a little bit. Average Gamer 25 just gifted a sub to Throat Yogurt, which is fantastic. Here we go. We're gonna do now this item here. This is a blender, and I'm not sure if you can see that or not. Hopefully you can. But it's a pretty standard run-of-the-mill blender. We're going to put all of our ingredients in here. Okay. Now we're going to blend it up. Someone said careful. Yes, you want to be very careful when you're using this. These blades in here are very sharp, so you want to cover it up. For a long time I had lost this peg part, and I didn't have, and so every time I blended stuff, all this shit would come out of the top. So make sure that you have the top in there. I've got it on. There's gonna be 9 speeds. There's on, off, puree, stir, pulse, chop, mix, puree, liquefy, and ice crush. We're gonna go ahead. They all do basically the same thing. They just blend it up, so you could just sort of pick whichever. I'm gonna try puree. Do it for about 30 seconds. I was always very nervous around girls, so I saw this girl that I liked a lot, and I guess I was nervous to talk to her because she was with her friends, so I thought I would avoid it, and what I wound up doing was I wound up making a right turn into a swarm of bees, and I got stung by so many bees I came home and had to get all kinds of medication and stuff. Alright. Okay, so if you're just joining us at home, we're making crackers, we're talking to people. What we've done now is we had some tomatoes and some onions and some rosemary prigs, as well as a little bit of olive oil. We diced them up real fine with our new tools here, and we let's see. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, let's check in. I'm just gonna look at the ingredients here. Maybe just for a second here. We're gonna look at. If in case you just joined us, we're gonna look at the actual footage of roast beef during the earthquake of 2019. Oh, sorry. I had it on mute. I gave a very nice speech right there, but I'm not sure if anybody heard it. So instead, we're just going to move on. Sorry about these technical difficulties. It's all still very new to me. And look, when I fuck something up in the kitchen, like for example, I think I did this prematurely. I was supposed to mix more stuff and then I blended it. And I hope we're still in good shape with this thing. But I guess what's nice about it for me is that when you see a professional person, I mean, I've been teaching cooking on YouTube now for 11 years. And when you see something like that, I'm hoping that you don't feel as bad about your own cooking. And that's sort of something that's why I welcome it sometimes when I do something bad. And so just consulting the directions here, it looks like we're doing okay. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to literally ladle this onto a cookie sheet. But I think I'm supposed to add the flax in. Yeah, we're going to add the flax. That's what we're going to do. Sorry. A lot of what you're doing in the kitchen is basic improvisation and troubleshooting. Probably mostly troubleshooting. Okay. This bag is brand new and it's got 16 ounces. We're supposed to put in 2 cups of flax. So I believe that means I'm going to put half the bag. Alexa, how many bags of flax is 16 ounces?
Here is what I found. 0.5 cups of flax seeds weighs about 2.9 ounces. Was that helpful?
No. Okay.
Thanks for your feedback.
Okay, I think we're just going to go ahead and put the whole bag in there. And someone asked about the Discord. That's going to be where I'm going to be posting the ingredients for the recipes. Okay. We have, let's see here, a few more people subscribing. I can't thank you enough for doing that, and I can't thank everybody enough for all the support that you've given. My chat is like, it was all the way back to like an hour ago, so I just had to scroll. It's just going to be a little bit of a learning curve. I'm always amazed when I watch people that are pros at it, just able to navigate their way through it so well. Okay, so this is starting to look about right. I will say that you're supposed to put this in the refrigerator for about, a couple of days. We're obviously not going to be doing that. Okay. Let's see. We've got somebody named, I don't know, Wardy subscribed, so I appreciate that. Jace MB subscribed. Thank you very much. Okay. This is basically our dough, if you will, for our flax crackers. And if you're just joining us now, these are supposed to go into the refrigerator. I'm not going to put it in there for several days, obviously, but I will be putting in there just for a second, and maybe that would be a good time for us to do some music or something. Let's put this in there. Somebody... Doctor Who HQ just subscribed. Thank you very much for subscribing. I'm going to grab the guitar here and we're going to do some music for you here. Since someone asked why I'm stirring my flax mixture with a knife, I find that the knife is sharper, so you're going to be able to get more integration of the seeds per rotation of your wrist. It's just a matter of efficiency. If you picture like if I had a brick, I'm only going to be able to get so many of these things, but if I have something really long and thin, I can... but if you want to use something that's a little bit more... a fork would actually be ideal, but I didn't have one lying around. Let's go ahead and do this little song. This is a number by Jose Suicidio, which is an up-tempo little number. It's got a lot of excitement. That's why I think it's good for this this particular recipe, because it's upbeat, and earthquakes are very exciting times and have a lot of frenetic energy. So here we go. This is a song called Mind Games. First she has a boyfriend, the next day she's engaged, then she says she's married. Girl, why are you playing these mind games? Love games, brain games, mind games, head twisters, brain teasers. She's playing with my mind. I saw her on the street with another guy. Funny, cause she told me she didn't want to be in a relationship. Mind games, love games, head games, brain games, tongue twisters, mind blisters. She's playing with my mind. Thank you. So that's a little song there. Mind Games, that I believe was written for a girl. This next song here, somebody asked for, yeah, okay, I can do this one. This one, it's very difficult. This is a traditional song, and a lot of traditional songs that were written back in the 50s, 40s, 1930s even, have some lyrics that may not have aged well, some terminology and stuff like that. But nonetheless, they're great songs, and they're songs that we should embrace from a historical standpoint. And this is a song that was written, co-written by Jose Suicidio and the great songwriter Jimmy Webb, who wrote MacArthur Park, and it's called "The Whore of Sausalito." She is the whore of Sausalito. She knows just how to ease my mind. And if you ask her if she loves you, she'll just smile and bat her eyes. For the whore of Sausalito never lies. She says she hails from Pasadena, and all the sailors know her name. And if you mention Palos Verdes, she will smack you like a mule. And if you mention San Jose, she'll do the same. She never has the gall to say she's sorry, and all the sailors think that she's insane. But in a world where no one else will love me, Jesus Christ himself has shown me. The whore of Sausalito heals my pains. Key change. She was the whore of Sausalito, but that was many years ago. But if you listen very close, you'll hear her crying in the breeze. For the whore of Sausalito's never free. 'Cause the whore of Sausalito lives in you and me. It's a beautiful song right there. Let's go ahead and check on our flaxseed. Gonzo cheese And Bumblebee Tuna, our new subscribers, thank you so much. And again, I know that there's very many more, and I really can't thank you enough. I just trying to read it is elevating my heart rate to a dangerous place, and that's why cooking is sometimes a good thing to do to sort of bring it back. But not in this case. This is a little bit of a stressful dish today. Okay, so we've got our flax here. And the next thing that we're going to be doing, okay. Not My Dog Man and Buenavire have also subscribed, and I appreciate that. Let's get back to our dish here. So, oh, Rande Vire. Sorry, my eyes aren't very good. So I'm going to now start putting these out onto a cookie sheet. So I'm going to grab our cookie sheet here. Now this is a little dirty, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it down with a little bit of tin foil. I guess they call it aluminum foil now, because tin foil isn't exactly politically correct, I guess. I never really understood that. Let's start by spraying this down a little bit with a little bit of spray. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is we're literally going to be making, let's see, we're going to be ladling these onto a cookie sheet, and then we're going to flatten them. And so I'm just going to try to find a ladle here. I'm sure I have one. Okay, here we go. Okay, this ladle is a little large, so I'm going to try to find something else. Let's try this thing. If you're just joining us, we're literally ladling this flax concoction onto a cookie sheet lined with tin foil. We sang some songs, and we're generally having a pretty good day. Alright, so this is going to take a little bit more care once it's been ladled. There's a very strong onion flavor happening here, but I think that's, the onion is actually going to act as a preservative. That's one of the reasons this thing's going to last you so long, and it's because so I'm just going to clean this up a little bit here. The onion is going to keep small rodents and parasites and insects and stuff from wanting to eat it. As a matter of fact, it's going to keep a lot of people from wanting to eat it, but it's going to be, you're going to find that it's very handy if there's an earthquake and you look in your cupboards and you're looking for something non-perishable. All right, so you know what? I'm going to change the approach here. I'm just going to make it all into one large conglomerate. There's two methods. It doesn't really matter which method you do, but I'm going to basically make a flax square. And by the way, I'm definitely getting some serious lacrimatory response from the onion here. Sorry. Okay. Now that I have this, I'm gonna flatten this shit out. That's the last thing I need right now is my eyes to get all watery, teary, because this has been a very difficult dish, and this dough isn't really sticking as properly as it probably should. But okay, so I'm gonna just sort of leave it at that. That's an onion there. We can leave that there. All right, I'm gonna wash this off my hand. Starting to get flies, unfortunately. That's gonna happen when you start making really good food. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna slice up a couple of tomatoes, and you wanna get them real fine, and I'm gonna put them on top. I'm going to use the sharper knife. There we go. This whole stream has been a little bit of a technical nightmare, so I appreciate everybody going along with me on this. This really is a delicious dish, and I hope that if you're making it home, yours is coming out as good as this one is. The last thing that we're going to do is we're going to apply sesame seeds. I don't have sesame seeds, but I have this, which is called Everything Bagel All the Time Bagel Sesame Mixture, and it's got sesame seeds in there, but it also has other stuff, but why not, right? I'm sure whatever it is, they wouldn't be selling it if it wasn't good. So there we go. This is our base, and what this is, all right. Well, there's another problem. I'm going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Actually, no, we're going to do 400. This oven runs a little cool. I'm probably going to move this because I don't want to burn that. So, okay, let's talk a little bit about this preheating the oven situation. Most good recipes will start with the very first instruction being preheat your oven to 400 degrees, 350 degrees, whatever it is for that particular dish. When you start scouring the internet, a lot of this stuff is unregulated, and it comes from sometimes nefarious sources or dubious sources, and they're not really dotting their I's and crossing their T's. And somebody named YoAA1 just gifted a bunch of people, which is very nice. Thanks for doing that. But like I was saying, the best way that you can combat this, and this is something that I want to do, and I'm not really able to do all the time. When you start your dish, preheat your oven to 350 degrees, or maybe 400, whatever, because chances are whatever you're cooking is going to have to use an oven, and then you're all ready to go, and then you're sitting there waiting for the thing to preheat. In this case, I forgot to do that, but always preheat your oven before you start to cook anything, even if it's a sandwich. You're better off having a preheated oven that you're not using than to be all ready to put something in the oven and then suddenly you're waiting 20 minutes for the damn thing. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put this in there now. So if you can see what we have here, we have a flax concoction dough type thing topped with some sesame bagel stuff and also some tomatoes. And these are going to go in the oven, and we're going to wind up making crackers. We're going to put peanut butter on them. We're going to store them in case there's an earthquake. And we're going to just, have a real productive day. So here we go. Oh shit. There's already stuff in here. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave that in there. Ideally about 20 minutes or so, but maybe for the sake of today's stream, we don't have to leave it in there that long. But maybe this would be a good opportunity for us to answer any questions that you might have. If there's ever anything that you needed to know about me, or about cooking, or about life, really. I mean, just about anything that you could think of. I'm just kind of chilling here, having a coffee. Someone asked how I'm doing today. I'm doing well. My favorite recipe of all would definitely have to be grilled asparagus, not just because it's the first recipe that I ever made, but also it has sort of a sentimental value to me. There were like 10 questions in the meantime while I was answering that. So someone asked how old roast beef is. He's about 15. Somebody asked how I make my coffee. I have a traditional coffee maker, which has a water mechanism that gets hot, and then you put the ground beans in there, and then the hot water drips through it, and it takes a long time, but eventually that's certainly one way to do it. Let's see here. I'm gonna look for some other questions. What type of food does roast beef eat? It's mostly these little pellet type things, and I think they're made out of fish and maybe a little bit of oil or something like that, but don't quote me on that. I don't know what they make, but one of these times I do want to make cat food. The only problem with that is that if your cat is allergic to any kind of foods, that could be a problem. Some people asking what I would be doing if I weren't a professional chef. I guess it would be something to do with numbers, because I'm big on numbers and math. And there's a lot of math in cooking, actually, and a lot of people don't realize that. Somebody asked here, can I sing us a song? Yeah, I already did that. And somebody asked if tomatoes go bad. They probably would if you left them out, but if you leave them in your cracker with all of this seasonings and stuff like that and wrapped up, I think those are going to last just about forever. Because if you get, there's crackers that they sell on the market that have tomatoes baked into them. Sun-dried tomatoes, for example, is a very popular type of wheat thin. Those are going to last you thousands of years. There was some mention of YouTubers, people that have been doing the YouTube for a long time. YouTube has always been a very cool thing. Wow, people have been subscribing for 8 years or 10 years on YouTube. I really appreciate that. Someone asked for my favorite pizza topping. I guess I'm going to have to go with green peppers. If you don't have green peppers on hand, we found last week, I believe, that you can use a red pepper, and it's a different color, which is kind of a bummer because it's not going to contrast against your tomato sauce. But it's definitely going to have a similar flavor, and it's going to work. Let's see here. Any chances any chances for me to start streaming on Twitch anytime soon? Somebody asked. I'm looking into it. We at Henry's Kitchen are very interested in trying to explore new platforms, and I've heard about Twitch, so I'm hoping that might be the next one that I'm going to start using. Someone asked if I know who Jake Evans is. Well, yeah, everybody knows who Jake Evans is. It was a famous television personality. When was the last time that I laughed? I don't know if you mean laugh in terms of I thought this was funny, haha, or if you mean laugh in terms of the entire pursuit of any kind of happiness is an absurd undertaking, and laughing at that ridiculousness. But that I laugh at almost on a daily basis. We see a couple of people saying here, when is the last time I cried? I was crying just a little bit earlier here. One thing that I want to do now is I want to say a very special thank you to some very special and important people. I want to start off by thanking Nim, because Nim got me started. He's a streamer, and he did just a fantastic job teaching me how to do this. And obviously, I have a long way to go, but he also did this, and also several other streamers, Bumblevision, the LGX, my friend Bill Larkin, and Forsen, whom I've never met, but he sent a lot of people this way, so thank you, Forsen. And there's also, by the way, there's going to be a Twitch con coming up in San Diego, I think in October, and let me know if anybody's going to be there, because I'm thinking about going to that. But I also want to thank these fantastic moderators who have been a big help, and that's Dingo Bob, Fawcan, Dom Beef, Hottest Bear, Do Dingle, Dogoggy, Dr. Flanges, and also other helpful people, Bacchus, Daisy Blossom, Melon95, and Pilzkman. And thanks to all the people who have offered to help on this streaming journey here. Also, let's see here. I have on my phone here, I can look at some of the chat stuff here. A couple of honorable mentions here. Gonzo Cheese, Bobblebee Tuna 81, Syrian, Peace Duder, Steffi, A Bowl of Milk, Decurion 2, Incessant Mace, Yo Aaron, Lady LZ, Fabled Faye, Fangreat, Tortellini Meanie, Guy 70, Zen Techie, Dust Ninja, all kinds of great people with great names there. Somebody named B. Havey just subscribed, so thank you very much. Okay. Well, I can definitely smell this dish that's coming up. Okay. Sonics13 just subscribed, so thanks for that. And it's overwhelming, and it's a very lovely thing when people want to share the cooking experience. Cooking for me, I often think about when I was a little kid, and my grandmother and I would make peanut butter cookies together, and she would tell me all these stories that she had from when she was in jail. Let's see how this is going here. Okay, it's actually cooking much faster than I thought. Somebody asked what my next... I guess it just finally hit the right one. So roast beef, like I told you, is very old. He's a lovely soul, but unfortunately none of us last forever. If roast beef doesn't last as long as I do, then I'm going to have to think about getting a replacement domesticated pet. And some people are cat people, some people are dog people. I like them both. I always was a dog person until I met roast beef, and roast beef literally changed my outlook. And I think I might be more of a cat person now, or maybe I'll get a cat and a dog, and then they can squabble. Let's check in on roast beef right now. He was a little upset earlier. Okay, so it looks like he's cleaning himself, which is good. Oh, you know what? One thing that we can do real quickly here while we're waiting, we probably have about 5 more minutes before this is ready. Oh, some people are asking about potential names for a replacement cat. I guess family names are always good. William isn't bad. I'm sure that I'd probably have to think of others, but I don't want to. I know that roast beef is still alive, so I don't want to be disrespectful. Yeah, let's go ahead and play a little bit of the Henry's Kitchen game here. Pot sticker is a wonderful name, or corned beef. Yeah, these are all very good. All right, so the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to play the Henry's Kitchen game. And someone said gnocchi. Gnocchi is a great name for a game. Twitch Loves Child Labor is a new subscriber, so thank you very much for doing that. Okay, now we are going to be playing the Henry's Kitchen game. Okay. So this is made from my friend Mark Cohen, and maybe our moderators could give you the link in case you want to play at home. This is the home screen. If you're on your phone, you turn the phone sideways, and then you basically just push cook, and you use your left and right arrows
Awesome.
to try to pick up ingredients. So what you're doing is you're making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Sandwich made.
And I've got here.
Sandwich made. Nice. Sandwich
Once
made.
you've made peanut butter,
Sandwich
once you've
made.
gathered peanut butter, jelly, and bread,
Awesome. Woohoo.
you've made one sandwich. So you can see on the top there, it tallies how many sandwiches you
Sandwich made.
I would
Nice.
say the best
Great.
strategy in this game is to
Sandwich
try to get
made.
all the
Great.
ingredients you can, but you have to avoid the rats and the onions and the insects.
Sandwich made.
And,
Awesome.
it's
Delish.
very high technology
Yeah,
game.
sandwich made.
I've browsed around on
Great.
Twitch to see some of the new games that
Yeah,
kids
nice.
are playing out there, and
Delish.
they might have more impressive
Delish.
graphics and stuff, but in terms
Delish.
of the
Sandwich made.
in terms
Nice.
of the play.
Jelly.
Somebody asked why
Sandwich
avoid
made.
onions. I'll tell you why. Because you don't want them in your peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Sandwich made.
I suppose you could.
Sandwich
It would be a
made.
very
Sandwich
odd
made.
combination of flavors.
Awesome.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time concentrating.
Sandwich made. Nice.
So the highest I've
Jelly.
ever made it to, I think, was in the 80s.
Delish. Awesome. Jelly.
Jelly.
Sandwich made.
Let's
Awesome.
see. Okay, so I'm going to look on the top right. I
Sandwich
can see
made.
what my status is on each individual ingredient.
Delish. Sandwich made.
I told you I was pretty good at math. As you
Sandwich
can
made.
see,
Peanut butter. Awesome.
I'm doing pretty
Woohoo.
even in terms
Yeah.
of ingredients. Sometimes you'll get a lot
Sandwich
more
made.
of one and not
Delish.
enough of the other. So like right now, for example, I'm going to start prioritizing
Sandwich
bread
made. Awesome. Woohoo.
because I'm a
Sandwich
little behind.
made. Great.
Once you get 30,
Sandwich
you get a
made.
free life.
Peanut butter.
I've played this game
Nice. Jelly.
literally for hours.
Awesome. Delish.
Someone said
Delish.
peanut butter,
Sandwich
onion, and
made.
pickles are good
Sandwich
on a
made.
sandwich. That
Nice.
we're going to have to try.
Great. Sandwich
I'm
made.
just a little cynical about the
Sandwich
onion
made.
peanut butter
Woohoo.
mixture,
Great.
but I suppose
Yeah,
it's kind
awesome.
of
Nice.
a thing. You know, I mean, there's
Awesome.
Elvis
Sandwich
Presley, who
made.
was a famous singer,
Sandwich
famously
made.
ate fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches. And then when
Sandwich
he died,
made. Woohoo! Awesome.
they found like 18
Yeah.
pounds
Woohoo!
of impacted
Awesome. Woohoo!
Um,
Awesome.
impacted feces
Great.
in his
Yeah.
lower intestine. And
Woohoo!
I don't know if that was
Sandwich
because
made.
of the
Nice.
banana and
Sandwich
peanut butter
made.
sandwiches.
Sandwich made. Peanut butter.
It very well
Yeah.
could have been, so I wouldn't
Sandwich
recommend
made.
it.
Peanut butter. Woohoo!
But
Peanut
in
butter.
terms of putting the onion in there, just so you know that
Sandwich made.
you're
Awesome,
playing with
awesome.
fire, I
Awesome.
guess. And
Yeah.
if you go with the traditional peanut butter and jelly,
Awesome.
you don't really have to worry too much.
Woohoo!
Okay, so how are we doing? Wow, we are way behind
Sandwich
on
made.
bread.
Nice.
That's going to have to get rectified.
Woohoo! Awesome.
So I'm going to start prioritizing bread. Someone named It Was Me
Great. Yeah. Great.
subscribed. Thank you
Jelly.
for doing that. And
Sandwich made. Sandwich
Here we
made.
go.
Nice. Jelly made. Awesome. Delish.
all right, so this is
Sandwich
actually a
made.
pretty good game. I've got my free life, so now I'm at -1.
Sandwich
You only
made.
get 3 negative hits,
Awesome.
and then you have to, then you die.
Sandwich made.
Very similar to actual
Sandwich
cooking.
made. Yeah.
Uh,
Sandwich made. Nice. Great. Sandwich made.
okay,
Peanut
so
butter. Sandwich made.
yeah. Oh,
Nice.
that was a
Sandwich
really close
made.
one. Uh-oh. Okay, so now they're starting to come out pretty ridiculous.
Jelly.
Pretty ridiculously
Jelly.
fast.
Delish.
I just need
Yeah.
bread,
Crap.
man.
Sandwich made. Yeah.
Where's my bread?
Damn.
Uh-oh, no, this is going bad. Okay,
Woohoo!
I need
Sandwich
bread in a
made.
huge way.
Sandwich
Just-
made. Sandwich made.
Sometimes in
Woohoo!
life,
Sandwich made.
you get all the peanut butter and all the jelly in the
Sandwich
world,
made.
but you just can't get that damn
Awesome.
bread, and that's what kills you.
Delish. Sandwich made.
So this is a very true.
Sandwich
Uh-oh.
made.
Yeah, this is
Sandwich
ridiculous.
made.
Okay, I'm gonna go all the way over here. All I need is one more for a free life. Let's do that.
Jelly.
There we go.
Sandwich
Got
made.
it.
Nice.
Okay, now I'm at 0 bads.
Delish.
All right, this is getting ridiculous.
Peanut butter made. Sandwich made. Yeah.
I just need a whole slew of bread, basically, at this point.
Yeah. That
Oh
sucks.
shit!
Holy guacamole.
All right, let's put the score in there, although it's not going to show up.
I just
Not
got
very
hit
good. Click to
by
enter.
a car.
Let's look at some of our high scores. Somebody got 98. That's
Who
Shebez.
swept me off my feet.
Let me turn that off. Shebez. I mean, I can't even imagine getting 98 on here. I've played this probably 600 times, and just didn't get that good. Too Much Cherry is at 91. Josh Ladd 90. Too Much Cherry 89. Shebaz. Someone said Nim. Oh, somebody's trying to taunt Nim into coming onto the game and seeing if he could beat this score 88. That's a very, very high one. They use the word poo-poo, which is a bad word. Too Much Cherry 87. Too Much Cherry 86. Shebez 85. Dr. Disrespect 85. Porosad 85. Too Much Cherry. Bumbles at 84. There's me at 83. And Forsen at 83. I don't know if that's the Forsen. You can actually just put whatever name that you want. But Bumble Vision there is at 83. So there you have it. The Henry's Kitchen game. And that brings us to our crackers. I think they should be ready. I'm not sure what happened there with my coffee. Let's take a look. Okay, so we have a good question here. Hello, I need help. This is from MagcoQ. Need help on the recipe. Says to use 3/4 of a cup of flour. This person wants to make just 1/4 of the recipe. Any tips to how to calculate that? Well, I usually go to my Amazon Echo. Some people have Google, but let's see if we can try it. So your problem is you have 3/4 cups of flour and you want to make 1/4 of the recipe. Okay. So Alexa, how do you calculate 1/4 of 3/4 of a cup of flax mix?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, 3/16 of a cup. To make it easier if you're measuring, this is equivalent to 3 tablespoons.
Wow, 3 tablespoons. So I don't know if that was for, oh yeah, that was just for the flour. Alexa, how about just for flour?
Are you trying to shop for flour?
No?
Alright.
Okay. So yeah, just do 3 tablespoons of everything, I would say. Because that's what how the division's going to work out. So hopefully that was helpful. But okay. Let's go ahead and check out what we have here. Whoa, this is very hot. Very hot indeed. Very, very serious onion smell coming out of this. And also, I can definitely sense the rosemary pricks. And I don't know if flax itself has a smell per se. But it certainly is, this is, let's just say this isn't for the weak of heart. We're going to need to let this cool down just a little bit. Maybe meantime we can check on our roast beef cam. Okay. By the way, I think roast beef is aware of the camera. So a lot of times when the camera is on him, he tries to pretend like he's doing something, or just looks generally kind of insecure. Okay. Let's start cutting this thing up into bits, or into crackers. Use an oven mitt for this, guys. I smell a little bit of tomato too, which is probably the best part. Okay, it's cutting very easily. It's not necessarily coming off as cracker-like as I was sort of expecting, but somebody asked if I was naturally hilarious. I'm actually just trying to navigate my way through life the way everybody else is, and sometimes I guess that the absurdity of it can appear humorous, laugh-inducing, which would be the opposite of lachrymose, and I'm not sure what that term is. Lachrymose? Sorry. Okay, so we've got our crackers into cracker form. It depends on how big you want your crackers. I'm going to go ahead and make them about, I'm going to make them into little 1 square inch squares. I think that's probably appropriate. Generally, you would probably leave this in the refrigerator for a few days to cool. I obviously don't have that kind of time, so we're just going to work with them as they are now. Somebody asked if I am interested in sitting and chatting and eating. Of course, yeah. Let's grab a plate. Somebody asked if you could put these on the nachos. I guess if you wanted to do a vegan version, you probably could. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and try a little bit of this. We have here a cracker here. Yeah, somebody said these look like bird feed. I'm sure birds would like these. It's all natural ingredients, and I'm sure that they probably eat flax. I'm not positive about that. Got a little bit of peanut butter here that I'm going to spread on top of our cracker. Let's go ahead and oh yeah, somebody asked for the chords to the songs. I'll tell you right now that the Mind Game song is D minor to C to B flat to A7, and then I believe it goes to F, C, B flat, A7 again. Okay, so this is our cracker. I've got a little bit of peanut butter on it. And actually, I think we answered somebody else's earlier question about the combination of onions and peanut butter. And it just sort of occurred to me, that's what's about to happen here. So okay, it's very oniony, and it's also very hard and kind of. I think it might have needed a little bit more oil or something because it's kind of dry. But it's not the worst cracker I've ever had. It might be, but it's certainly edible. And again, you have the big one, the big earthquake, the 7.8 or whatever it is. And suddenly everybody's scrambling around for food and killing each other, and you can just stay at home with your cat and go into your cupboard and sit there and eat these crackers that are going to give you some tasty deliciousness while everybody else is tearing each other's heads off. Okay, let's talk about storing these. They've cooled down a little bit. Somebody asked how long these are going to be edible, and the answer is thousands of years. Literally thousands of years. So certainly longer than your own lifetime. I'm going to take a box that I have of regular crackers. These are a Ritz type cracker. And if you're ever a house guest at somebody's house or whatever, one nice thing that you could do for them to surprise them is to make vegan, whatever this is, flax snack crackers with onion and tomato. And then you can take out whatever crackers they already have in the house, and you can replace them with these crackers. And I think they'd appreciate it. So why don't we get a piece of tin foil here, and let's start putting our crackers into a stack. Yeah, if you're a house guest, you absolutely should be cooking all the time for them. That's one of the ways that you're going to win somebody's heart, and they're going to let you crash at their place a lot. Oh, I said tin foil. I meant to say aluminum foil. I apologize to anybody out there who might have been offended. Okay, I think this is one sleeve. So let's go ahead and fold them up into a sleeve. Clip the ends. Okay. So we're going to take these and put them in our box. grab another piece of tin foil here. I'm sorry, aluminum foil. I'm an old guy, and sometimes it's hard to keep up with the modern lingo. I'm not even sure why tin foil became offensive at some point, but my take on those things is that if that's what people would prefer to call it, then I'm okay with that. I'm not the kind of person that wants to fight against the future. Okay, so I don't know what that is. Onion, I guess. All right, so let's again fold this over. Let's clip the ends. And we will then put these into our cracker box. And you can just throw away whatever crackers were already in here. Somebody brought up a pretty good point that I could probably use the tin foil, the aluminum foil, sorry, that I did on the cookie sheet. That's a good idea. I didn't think about it, but that's something that you guys could do next time. Okay, so these are our vegan snack crackers that have, sorry, I'm not sure if they're vegan because they have olive oil in them. And it's actually extra virgin olive oil, which is the kind that I usually use because I was kind of an extra virgin for a long time. But anyway, so this is the crackers box, and we've got our onion and tomato Flax snack crackers. And we're going to leave these in for years. And then when the big one hits, we're going to rush right to them, and we're going to instantly have some food, hopefully along with some soup and other things like that. So yeah, somebody brought up a great point. There's still a little bit of cracker here. I could probably do this, clip the ends again, and it's not a whole lot, but it's certainly a little bit. And we have way too many crackers, which is what you want if it's an apocalypse. Okay, I have to take these out. Theoretically, these should fit in here, but they're not behaving. So there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, that was a good call, whoever said that. This is it. This is the secret to surviving, and not just surviving an earthquake. It could be a a tornado. It could be a hurricane or nectarine or all kinds of things. So anyway, everybody, I want to say a very special thank you to everybody for putting up with the technical problems that we had in the beginning, and putting up with the cooking problems that happened in the middle, and some of the musical problems that happened later. And I just, as always, want to say thank you to everyone for helping Henry's Kitchen on this platform, and tune in on Wednesday at 11 a.m. and we're going to come up with another recipe for everyone. And in the meantime, try to have a great rest of your weekend, and make these crackers for a snack or just for the apocalypse, and be good to each other, and let's all do the best that we can when we wake up in the morning and when we go to bed at night. Thanks, everyone.